All right, so for today we started with these 4 questions. And the first one, a relation that is a function. Basically, if you wanted to draw it like this, you could. It has to pass the vertical line test. If you wanted to make a little XY chart that passes the vertical line test, you could say like 2, 1, 3, 2. What you couldn't do is repeat a number like 2, which last time gave us 1, and make it be something else. If I do this, then this thing would not be a function because see, it's supposed to be 1, it comes out 8. All right, so you would not be able to do that. But neither this or this is a function. They're a function. All right, something that's not a function, then something that wouldn't pass the vertical line test, like that. Or you could have made me a list like this. 2, 1, 2, 5. You get how that's one input with 2 different outputs. So this would not be a function. 3, 7. You could have a few other points. It still wouldn't matter. It's not a function. All right. On number 3, this one, f of x is 2x minus 15. What if f of x is 13? Then you put a 13 right there, and you have 13 equals 2x minus 15. Add 15. 28 equals 2x, x equals 14. We'll talk more about that one in just a second. And last but not least, this means f of g of 2. And here's g of x, and it looks like they want to give it a 2. So I'm putting a 2 in here, and g of 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 makes 4. So this right here is 4. So then you do f of 4. 4 then goes into the f function right there. And I get 3 times 4 minus 5. 12 minus 5, 7. Okay, so those are the problems we started with on the board. And I'm going to do a couple more like that. Everybody write this one down. F of x equals 9x minus 1. And if I were you, I'd switch colors. G of x equals x squared plus 2. I'd like you to figure out, if I tell you that f of x is 8, you should know that we're working with the black equation. You should know where to put that 8. Put the 8 in the right spot and solve. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to compare with the people next to you. I'm going to pause for a second. I'll give this a try. Okay, watch how this works. F of x equals 8. So look, here's where f of x is. I pull it out and I substitute in what f of x is. What is f of x? It's 8. So the 8 goes there. And then that's a nice, easy equation to solve. Does that make sense to you? We put f of x is 8, so 8 went where the f of x was. Now it's 8 equals 9x minus 1. Add 1 to both sides. 9 equals 9x. What's x equal to? X equals 1. Raise your hand if you had x equals 1. All right. I got most, but not all there. All right. Here's another one. Use this g function to figure out what's g. I'm not just going to do g of x. I'm going to do 3g of x. But it's not going to be g of x. It's going to be g of 4. No, wait. That's too big. The answer will get huge. 1. Now, I know that can be a little confusing. But if they're ever a struggle bus for you, just figure this out. Everybody can do g of 1. And then times it by 3. So figure out g of 1 first. And then later you'll times it by 3. So g of 1. And then you'll times it by 3. All right. Talk about it with the kid next to you. See if you get the same thing as them.
It's just like 1 squared plus 2 is just that. X squared plus 1.
Okay, lots of good talking. That was great. I'm going to put a 1 right here. Know why? Because I got to find g of 1. So I could put a 1 here, but that just tells me what I'm doing. G of 1 is that. 1 squared is 1 plus 2. A scary number of kids thought 1 to the second power was 2. It's not. It's 1. And then 1 plus 2 makes 3. And so this part is 3. And then 3 times 3 makes 9. The answer is 9. Who had 9? All right. Not everybody, but most of you. Do you get what happened there? I stuck a 1 into the equation and got 3. See how this turns into 3? That's equal to 3. And then the 3 goes here, and you just times by 3 at the very end. All right, let's do another one like that. Here's f of x. They're new. Write them down. F of x equals x over 2 plus 1. And then g of x is equal to 5x minus 4. I want you to find 3g of 2. Three times g of 2. Start with g of 2. Pausing for a second, we'll let you work, and then we'll compare again. Okay, let's see. G of 2. You put a 2 here, and that does, well, it just tells you what you're doing. You're doing G of 2. The 2 that goes here actually gets the answer moving. If you haven't already, compare what you think the final answer is to the kid next to you. All right, Beckett, tell me how you start. I got the 2 put in here, and what'd you get?
So you multiply 5 by 2.
10 minus 4, what's next?
So g of 2 equals 6.
Nice. Now what?
And then you times 6 by 3.
Yeah, the 6 goes here. This g of 2 is 6. 6 times 3, 18. Raise your hand if you had 18. All right. Okay. Last one. See if you got this. Q of x is equal to 9x minus 5. What if I said Q of x equals 13. You should be able to solve for x. Max, tell me how to do this.
Okay, so I put in 13 equals Q of x. And then plus 5 on both sides. And then divided 18 by 9 and got x equals 2.
Raise your hand if you had that one right. Okay, good. All right, so I think you're getting it. Here's one of the most confusing ones for people. If I say 2f of 3, they get all confused. But how should you just start? Just tell me how to start. It's easy after that. Yes?
2 up with 3.
Yeah. Do f of 3 first. And whenever you're done with it, you times by 2. See, those aren't that hard. All right. So today is a worksheet. Plain old-fashioned paper. Makes it rare and special. If you are at home, which some people are, I made a digital copy for you. It's the Stan Lee worksheet. There's a guy named Stan Lee who was a comic book writer, and he became famous and created the Marvel comic characters that are in a lot of the movies now. And so this is about Stan Lee. All right, so for the rest of the hour, we're going to work on this worksheet. And yeah, that's what I got for you for now.